Welcome back to another Unturned video. In today's video, we're going to check out the new Arid update and we're going to see all of the new features, a lot of new guns, a lot of new vehicles, new locations, new quests. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like. Let's try to reach 200 likes and subscribe if it is your first time here. In the last video, we announced a mythical giveaway and this is the winner. To claim a prize, please join my Discord, which will be linked in the description below. And today we're going to roll another one, which is a Sky Lantern Dango t-shirt. If you guys want to win this, make sure that you have liked, subscribed, and comment something below. And if you are a channel member, you also have a higher chance of winning. Currently on Pine Hosting, there's a huge giveaway happening, which is a gift card giveaway. Pine Hosting is celebrating the holiday season, one of the largest giveaways in the hosting industry, where you can win a Steam or Amazon gift card, with 20 winners and a prize pool of $500. There are 11 ways to enter. To check it out, check pine.ho/giveaway, and if you're not into giveaways, then you don't have to worry, because Pine Hosting has you covered. Build your own server in minutes from the full range of games that they offer. They have top-notch performance, with high-performance servers for an exceptional gaming experience, user-friendly features such as installing plugins and mods instantly and manage your server easily, global server locations where you can play with low latency from anywhere, DDoS protection where you can protect your servers from attackers, and affordable pricing, having quality hosting at great prices. And if that was not good enough, then make sure to use the code LDG for 30% off, and let's get straight into the video. So the first things I'm going to show you from this new update are some of the new guns. Now keep in mind there are a lot of guns, so I'm going to show you probably some of the coolest that I find, in my opinion, are probably the nicest guns and the most different guns than the usual. Over here, as you may see, these are the guns that I'm going to show. We got ourselves all types of guns, so let's get started. The first gun we're going to go over is called the Auger mod. Now this takes AR ammos and you can put basically any attachments to it. Now this gun does have fall off when it comes to damage, begins at 64 meters down to 60% at 200 meters, and basically there is all of the stats when you right click. It does give quite a lot of headshot damage. It gives 51 headshot damage, so it is quite strong actually, and it is actually quite cool. I really like this gun. There's a few other mods to this gun as well. It's not just this one specific gun, and it looks really cool. Now I do think you get this from like the Dead Zone or something like that, from like Dead Zone zombies. Later on we will do a Dead Zone run with high loot to show you what kind of loot you can get from Fort Canal, but we'll do that at the very end. The next gun we're going to go over is called DK249, which is another pretty cool gun. It's another LMG. When you equip this, you do move slower at 17.50%, and it holds up to 100 bullets, which is actually really good. It does come with its own grip called Integrated Bipod, and yeah, it sounds really cool as well, actually. I really like the sound of this gun. In terms of recoil, it doesn't really have a lot. Keep in mind that it's an LMG. I really like this gun too. K249 looks really good. It does give 46 headshot damage, which is also pretty high, to be completely honest, and it has 400 meter range. But other than that, that is the K249. The next gun we have ourselves is called the UVS. Now this takes Dragunov magazines. It does look pretty cool as well. Some interesting stats about this. That takes hyper velocity ammunition. It does come with its own bipod as well, which is called the integrated folded bipods. And if you shoot someone with this gun, they will actually start to bleed, which I think should be a more popular feature in a lot of the guns that are currently being made, so that when you actually shoot someone but they do manage to heal up, it may be a slightly more rewarding. Yeah, it's actually quite strong as well. Obviously, this is actually a burst gun as well, but obviously it starts to get a bit hard to control. The next gun we have is this gun, which is called the Kaban. Now this does take a interesting magazine called the Solesh Plastic Mag, which basically looks like this. Now you can basically reload with intermediate ammunition, and you can use this for Zolash, Rosved, or Groza S or Kaban. This is a legendary weapon. It does have damage fall off at 96 meters down to 60% at 300 meters. Does give quite a lot of headshot damage as well. Gives 55 headshot damage, and this gun also starts and if you hit someone with this gun, they start to bleed as well. So now we're starting to get to the interesting guns. We mentioned basically just like the ARs mostly, but now we'll start with the interesting guns. Firstly, we'll start ourselves with the Bozar. Now this Bozar, if you hold it, actually, I'm not touching my mouse right now, I'm just holding right click. It has so much like spread, and even if you hold your breath, it's still pretty good, but it's only just for a few seconds. It's very hard to control it. But this takes 30 bullets and it's an auto gun. It's actually insane, to be honest. Now, the Bozar does have itself a scope, which is 8x. It does have damage fall over 36 meters down to 50% in 600 meters. Range 600 meters is pretty high. You do move slower when you equip this gun. 34 headshot damage, but this is a very interesting gun. I actually really do like this gun, to be honest, but it's so hard to control. But yeah, that's the Bozar. The next gun we have ourselves is called the L97, which is another sniper. Now, this takes recon magazines, and also this gun, if you scope in without holding your breath, it's pretty hard to control. It's pretty much a normal sniper. It takes intermediate ammunition, though. Comes with an 8x scope, 600 meter range, and 117 headshot damage. So it is a one-shot headshot gun on a naked. Very, very interesting gun as well. The sounds that it makes when shooting and refilling is so cool as well, to be honest. But yeah, that is basically the L97. Now let's start with probably some of the coolest guns in this. First of all, we have a flamethrower. Basically, it's just a normal flamethrower. 108, it holds 180 in its tank, which is pretty high, to be honest. And I really like the fire particles as well, to be completely honest. Over here, we actually have ourselves one of the new vehicles as well. But we'll get over to vehicles later on. But this is basically the flamethrower. Pretty cool. Rate of fire 1000 RPM. Explosion radius is 3 meters. But yeah, it's nice to see that we get ourselves a flamethrower. Next, we have ourselves the Trumper, which is a grenade launcher. It takes UCGL HG nades, 600 meter range. Next ourselves, we have ourselves 2 rocket launchers. Let's start ourselves with the Helicon. Now, the Helicon is probably one of the coolest of this new update. First of all, I absolutely love the way that he just takes the gun out. Look at that. It's so beautiful. He pulls that out and then pulls out the scope. Now, the cool thing about this is that you shoot. It doesn't actually shoot instantly. Yeah, don't mind the pink particles right now. It's because I have an older version of the map. But that is basically the Helicon. It's very, very cool. You don't shoot it instantly. It gives 350 structure damage. When you equip it, minus 35% movement speed, and it has 10 meter explosion radius. And finally, we have ourselves the Chapirka. The Chapirka is also another rocket launcher. It's a quad rocket launcher, though. It holds up to 4 rockets. 515 structure damage, which is pretty high. It gives minus 35 movement speed when equipping it, and it has 11 explosion damage radius. I really like the Chapirka as well. Now, in the description below, I'm going to have all of the IDs for all of these guns. If you check out Restore Monarchy, they already posted all of the IDs for all of the guns and everything that is new from this map. So if you guys want to test them out in your single player on your servers, all of the IDs will be listed over there. Now, the final thing that we have is not actually a gun, but it is a weapon, and that is the Airstrike Flare. Now, the Airstrike Flare is the mythical rarity. It takes 10 seconds to actually throw it, and it throws 3 missiles aimed at the flare's location. It's actually pretty cool. Let me just throw it as far as possible. It does take a while for them to show up, but it is so cool. It is basically very similar to the escalation one, except that this one is obviously on the arid one. Yeah, it does take a while, yeah, and there you can hear shooting in the distance. There they are. First one, second one, and third one. Again, don't mind that they are pink, is because I have an older version of the map. It's so cool that they added it. Now, something else that I really like from this new update is the laboratory station. Now, basically, dressings and making yourself medication in Arid was pretty easy, to be honest. A lot of people were just spamming them wherever they go. Now, in order to actually make yourself hyperadrenaline and regen stim, you would need a laboratory station, which is pretty cool. Obviously, you can place this in your base, and you can even hotkey it. The next stage we're going to go over for this video is the vehicles. Firstly, we're going to start off with this vehicle we found over here, which is called the Minsk motorbike. Now, this is a 3-seater. Second seater is you're just at the back, but the third seater, you can get yourself a Zolash. You can reload with Zolash magazines. This is basically a Zolash on a bike. It is so cool. I love this. I saw this on the trailer and I was like, I need to check this out 100%. But yeah, that is basically the Minsk motorbike. It does have a pretty large storage as well, just for a motorbike. And it is not really a slow vehicle either. This is the first type of bike that we've seen. I love this bike so much. So next step, let's go over to all of the new tanks. Now, keep in mind there are a lot of vehicles, but we're only going to cover only a few. First one we're going to go over is the LV-25. The LV-25 holds up to 9 passengers, which is absolutely insane. But the second seater, you can shoot HMG out of it. The third seater, you can shoot rockets, but you can't really move it around. You can only shoot what's in front of you. And it's a double rocket shooting. It's so nice as well. And then from the 4-seater onwards, you're just a passenger. The first seater, though, you have yourself smoke canisters, which you can literally shoot so much smokes at the same time. It is... Bro, that smoke actually makes a difference. Usually in Unturned, smokes are just useless, but this one, you can't actually see anything. That is incredible. I hope I can see the next vehicle, to be honest. And it's such a large radius as well. Yeah, it is so big. Alright, let me actually drive this one. This one also has a smoke canister, which is absolutely insane. But this vehicle is the MVP-2. Also, this one does have a smoke canister. Again, the exact same. Very nice. Second seater has another HMG as well. But the third seater doesn't have anything. And then from the 4th seater onwards till the 8th seater is just passengers. And that is the MVP-2. And the final tank we have is this one, which is called the M11 Bruno. This one also has a smoke canister. Second seater, it has HMG as well. But this one does shoot quite faster, as you may see. The 4th and the 5th seater, you're just chilling on the back, so it doesn't really have any cover for its passengers though. Also, when you're shooting on the floor, it's so nice. Look at that. It's very, very, very nice. And now the final vehicle that we're going to showcase in this video is this, which is called the Thunderbolt. Already, it's only a 1-seater though, but it is a very, very fast plane, man. It does have large ammo boxes, which holds up to 250 bullets. It is quite loud as well. It is kind of hard to control, but I love this vehicle so much, man. It is so nice. And yeah, we are dead. So the next step I'm going to show you is a few new locations which are added. Now, a lot of the areas are actually already changed. So for example, Kahmaran Military Airfield, it was pretty much changed at the very back. So back here, as you may see, usually there would just be, it would just end by there or just continue there. But they added like a little runway over here as well. We also have ourselves this location, which is called the train station, which if we go in camera mode is just a pretty small location, but looks pretty nice as well. As you may see on the map, there's also a few smaller locations as well. So for example, this one very close to Fort Canal. There's this location, which is like a small military outpost. A few military zombies as well. Obviously, in this video, I'm not going to share with you guys all of the items. There's so much and so much cool NPCs as well, which... NPCs are very, very nice because there's actually new quests as well. A lot of new quests, actually. I'm not going to spoil you anything when it comes to those, so you guys have to do them yourselves, or else what would be the fun in that? For example, another location is called Far Abed, which is this location. It just seems like another small civilian location up here very close to Overpass as well. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go for Fort Canal Run and see what kind of loot we can get on High Times Loot, just to show you guys if it's worth it or not to try to get ourselves any new items. Okay, over here we're already in the dead zone even though we're outside. It's alright, I'll just die. Something else that I just found out is that if you salvage a vent filter, you actually get steel mesh. That's actually really, really cool. Steel mesh sometimes can be a bit of a pain to actually get, so keep that in mind. When you're actually finding vent filters, keep those in mind. Now let's hope you actually get something good from here. So first zombie, yep, we already got ourselves the auger, which I think is a new gun too. And we got ourselves another gun, MX-8. Now, something that I already realized is that the ammo takes Magnum SMG Mag, which is a completely new ammo. Magnum SMG Mag, yeah, you can refill it with Magnum boxes, which actually is really good because Magnum, I never used them in my life. I never used the guns that require Magnum ammunition, but now the TX is probably one of my favorite guns, so I definitely will be using them now. Let's see if there's anything good from here. Yep, we can get the K249 from here, so yeah, they're actually quite common. Yeah, another MX over there. Yeah, so it's actually, so all of the guns that I did show earlier, you can actually get them from here. I don't know if the statue was here before. Alright, we got something new as well, Saltem Artillery Projectile, which I'm guessing you salvage, yep, and you get yourself explosive compounds and redeem traces, which is good for making charges. Yep, so we got ourselves another K249 box as well. Over here we have ourselves, for example, one of the new NPCs. So for example, you would need to get yourself toy cars for this. For an RC controller, I don't really know why you would need to do that, but hey, that's a new quest. Up here I saw this earlier, which looks quite cool. So over here there's another quest that you can do when you talk to Mark. So Mark, if you get yourself all of these quests completed, you will get yourself legendary random quests, Roland quests, and Mark contracts. So if you complete Arsenal 4, Reinforcements 4, Armor 4, and Consumable 4, you will get yourselves a bunch of more quests, which I obviously recommend to do. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're gonna play it, and let me know what is your favorite feature of the new Arid. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!